Welcome to Hodge Podge Australia. Today we are making these absolutely delicious salted caramel chocolate bites. First we're going to start by making our caramel using caster sugar, butter, salt and cream. The chocolate we can put aside for now because that is simply for our little bite sandwiches. So the first thing we need to do is start on our caramel. Now, the caramel can take about 10 to 15 minutes. You want to put the sugar into a saucepan on medium heat and just keep stirring that until it gets clumpy, that you can see in the picture there. And then keep stirring it while it's clumpy. It will finally dissolve. Keep stirring until you get all the lumps out of the dissolved sugar and it will turn into a lovely caramel brown colour. Just make sure you keep it moving and keep it on a medium heat. If you get a little bit impatient, I'm sorry, you just got to wait it out. Do not turn up that heat or you will burn the caramel. When it has finally turned a nice caramel colour, immediately pour in all that butter, let it bubble. Try to keep your hands away from the heat, but keep stirring it. Stirring it, stirring it, stirring it. The biggest thing about caramel is keep stirring it. So stir that butter until it has all melted through. Give it a really good mix in. Again, this is another 2 to 3 minutes, so caramel will take about 15 minutes to make. Keep stirring that butter all the way through until you are happy that it is all melted and combined. Then you want to get your cream and just drizzle it in. There you can see it gets very hot very quickly. Keep that moving. Keep the caramel going, keep the cream going in, but only a little bit at a time. Scoop in what you can at the rest. Then just give that a little bit more of a stir and let it boil for up to 1 minute on the heat. When it is finished boiling, simply take it off the heat and you can pour in your salt. You have 1 teaspoon of salt. If you'd like it a little bit more salty, add a little bit more salt, but that was salty enough for me. And that is as easy it is to make salted caramel. All you really need is patience. Patience to stir that sugar because that takes about 10 minutes to dissolve just on its own. Next, we are going to get our cups ready. So get a mini cupcake tray and some mini containers. Fill that in. Melt that dark chocolate that you have, or milk chocolate, whichever you use, or even white chocolate would be nice too. And just put a teaspoon of chocolate into the bottom of each of your little mini cupcake cases. This will be the bottom layer of our caramel bites. Then you want to leave them over to the side to cool, and your caramel has needed to cool as well. So that's about 10 minutes of cooling time. Now you can do this 2 ways to put your caramel in. You can pop it into a piping bag as I have done with a nice big tip on there, and you can simply pour it in. It's a little less messy. But another way that you can do it also is to simply use a spoon and spoon it out of your container, which you're about to see. But you need to perfect the twirl and drip method of the caramel or you're going to make a big mess. So get that teaspoon in there, give it a twirl like honey. Just twirl and drip. And you can place that into all of your cupcake cases. Then put that into the fridge just to set and harden that caramel a little bit first. The next thing you're going to want to do is melt a bit more chocolate and then apply your second layer on the top. So same method, just putting about a teaspoon of chocolate on the top of each bite. And that is all there is to it, to the salted caramel chocolate bites. They're that easy and they're that delicious. If you want to jazz them up a little bit and you like a little bit more salt and you didn't put it into the caramel, put some rock salt onto the top of your bites. But make sure you tell people that that's salt, because that is going to be quite a hit of salt. So if someone likes something really salty, then they can take the ones with the little bits of salt on the top. If they don't, steer them away from them because that's going to be quite salty. But that is as easy as it is to make salted caramel chocolate bites. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you again real soon.